the top 5 questions that we receive as attorneys in an uncontested divorce situation. The first thing everybody wants to know is, what's it going to cost? The typical cost ranges depending on the attorney, the jurisdiction. I know our cost, depending upon children, retirement plans, can range anywhere from $2,500 on up, depending on how complicated it is. There's more work involved if there's retirement. There's what we call quadros, qualified domestic relations order, that requires more steps. Parenting plans is a whole different document, a lot of negotiation back and forth, so that takes more time. Number 2, what is the process and how long is it going to take? Well, that's 2 and 3. How long is it going to take really depends on how long you as the prospective client might take. If in a perfect world, if you came in my office with everything agreed to and everything figured out and we're ready to move forward with finalizing the documents that day, you're looking at a minimum of about 60 days. By law, you cannot complete it in less than 30 days. But that 30 days it has to be on file. So we need time for drafting it. We need the 30-day waiting period. And then depending upon the court, we either need a schedule a court appearance or have to wait for the judge to sign it because we submitted it by affidavit. Number 3, the process for an uncontested divorce. Pretty simple. When it's uncontested, you really come to talk to the attorney, draft some documents, and you sign them. However, sometimes there's a back and forth negotiation between the parties. Sometimes there is some disagreement that takes longer, or somebody is just not real motivated to act. So those things can drag it out. In a perfect world, if you bring this information to us, ready to settle your case, you're looking at about 60 to 90 days as about the quickest you can finalize a divorce. Number 4, I often get asked, how do we determine child support? If we're going to be in an uncontested situation, how do we agree? How do I know what's fair? Well, in Missouri, we use something called the Form 14. And you can find that on Google. Just Google Missouri Form 14. And it's a calculator that comes up. Might be a little bit difficult to use, but I think playing around with it, you could figure it out. There are also instructions for it, so you can get an idea how child support works. Additionally, running the Form 14 calculation, if you know each party's income, that's something that probably could be looked up at a consultation, which consultations are a lot less expensive and brief. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time to look that child support amount up so you can get a range of where you should be negotiating. If you are just completely unsure on any issue of child support or maintenance, it would be well worth your time scheduling a consultation so you can get an idea of where you should be negotiating. Number 5, what happens if they disagree? Well, by nature of what we were talking about here, uncontested means they would agree. So it just wouldn't be uncontested. It would be contested now. You could make concessions and try to get it back on track, try to make accommodations for whatever their concern is. But if they don't agree, then they don't agree. There's no agreement. We're going to have to go to trial. So then that would be sending out discovery and preparing for litigation. It's not uncontested if they don't agree. So it's really important to find out before you come in and want to move uncontested what the likelihood is that you guys are going to be able to come to an agreement. By far, coming to an agreement and doing an uncontested dissolution is beneficial for everyone. It's more beneficial for both parties due to the stress that you'll endure and the pain of having to go through litigation and trial. Also, it'll save you a ton of money. As attorneys, we like them because they're rather peaceful. They're easy. I mean, I like a good day in court and I like some hard litigation, but the uncontested divorce is peaceful. If you have any questions or you have some questions for an attorney or you'd like some advice, please give us a call.